here. Let's see. I am here. I got my E. coli shirt on. Got E. coli. Come here. Take this for me. I can't tell if anybody's on here or not, but I got my fancy shirt on. Read it off. What's it saying?
Superfund sites, Ranney Wells, brownfields, bike trails, oh my.
Yeah.
mcwaterwatch.com.
Oh yeah, got E. coli. Okay, so I wanted to bring everybody out here because yesterday while I was out looking at the Ranney Wells, somebody told me there was some algae blooms growing. So I just want you to see, this is one of the trailheads, okay? And I'm going to go ahead and turn my camera around because I'm going to walk you guys down this path so you can see what I'm talking about. Now, no authorized vehicles, Shady Side Trail, Thomas McMahon Trail, Derby Downs, Athletic Park, okay? Woods. Yeah. This is where Dossett's garage is. This is where the infamous Tent City was, which we're getting ready to pass it. So one thing you can see when you come in here first is this gate's been broke. You can't keep anybody locked out of here, okay? Water line. This is supposed to be an indicator that there's a water line back here. Alright, water line, that blue pipe. They've marked it off. But there's all kinds of interesting little things back in here if you could try to come down here on an adventure by yourself. When we came down in October 2023 to clean up the homeless encampments, this place was full. There was encampments over in there, so it's all grown up. You can kind of see where people's been going off in the trails. This one over here was the main one. I would pop off in there, but I don't want to disturb anybody. But you can already tell those trees down, okay, when they came in, they broke a lot of stuff. So I just heard something over that way, so I'm going to keep walking. Okay, I'm not going to, I don't want to try to bother nobody, okay? I'm not out here to run the homeless off or anything, so I'm out here showing you what Anderson's water department, where we get our water from, the Ranney Wells. I want everybody to see this in real time. Maybe not real time. I think there's only one person watching. Hello to whoever you are. But this is one of the things I've been talking to EPA about is there's no signs that tell us that we can't walk back here, okay? And I'm a trail person. I love the outdoors, but I don't like knowing that it's this easy to get back here to one of our water sources, and not just any water source or any type of water well. You can kind of see it popping up there. I don't like the fact that this possibly is contaminated with PFAS or VOCs, depending on what studies you look into. This right here is Ranney Well number 5. Okay, Ranney Well number 5. This is where Anderson gets some of its water from. We found some concerns this week, which I can't show you from this side because I can't get into the river, so I'll have to do a different, like a mini video series on this stuff to get people to really comprehend what's going on here. But aside from all the junk on the side of the building, we came yesterday and discovered that the side of this building right here, you know, I get that these wells, they have to have some way to let out excess water and all that, but give me my little stick here. But this algae, okay, this blue-green algae, that is not good, okay? And it goes, I can't even really see right now, but it goes all the way up to that hole right there, that spout. Man, the sun's in my eyes real bad, you guys. Okay. So, and this is a growth, man. I mean, that sticks out. What is that? Oh, crap. Never mind. Okay, folks, I can't get too close to it because it's also done this stuff down here, okay? See all that crap? So supposedly, on the IDM websites, this blue-green algae is a cyanotoxin. I hope I'm getting that word right, okay? But it is not good for human consumption. Item says that if you get into this in the river, that it can cause irritation, skin irritation, okay? It says that it can cause severe side effects, and in the, which I forgot, it's in the group, in Madison County Water Watch group. I put the links in there this morning before I came out here to look at everything, because in case anybody came up here to clean this out before EPA or IDEM had a chance to come in, okay? I just wanted to get it on live so other people could see it. This is that's the well casing to one of our water wells. And the EPA's website said that that's toxic. I mean, that's toxic to get into the drinking water. And I'm not saying it's in the drinking water. I don't know if it's in the drinking water or not. But I find it highly suspicious that it's on the side of our well. And the EPA website also said that that's possibly an indicator that the water's contaminated. So the water possibly inside this big boy right here could be contaminated even if you have the filters on it. And then I'm going to come around and show some clips down in here. I showed some clips from the, let's see if I can get a little better view. Can see the river. I don't think I can. I'm too short, guys. Okay, I'm going to come around and go down the river again and get kind of closer to some of that stuff over there. But this ain't right. I'm not happy. Obviously, Aaron Brockovich responded to us the other day. She's seen some of the stuff that we're talking about. She agrees that there's an issue with the water in Madison County, Anderson. There's issues in Anderson, LaPel, where else? Alexandria, Summitville. Chesterfield was 929% above action level with E. coli going into White River. So, oh, okay, I know what it is. Here, I'm going to switch around. So, I don't like being in the camera. So, here, would you take this from me? Let me go in the shade. Okay, so there's two issues, okay? Yes, water is environmental. It comes from the environment, okay? When EPA came to town, can you see me, or do you need to do it the other way? Here. Okay, so when the EPA came to town, what was it, back in May, we learned that they were basically going to start over the process of investigating the National Priority List Superfund site that this Ranney Well number 5 is connected to, okay? The EPA was more concerned about the environment around these wells, and once it got to the water plant is where something else takes over, okay? It's like the Indiana Utility Regulatory Commission or something like that, but the EPA can't do much after the water plant, all right? But the stuff that we're talking about, and I've been trying to get people to make a distinction between, what, you want me in the, my cameraman's moving me around here, okay? What's the algae? Okay, so the issue with the E. coli may not be in everyone's finished water, okay? But it is, however, being pumped into our environment by places like the Anderson wastewater treatment plant that has been non-compliant since 2022 on the ECHO website, which is it's an EPA website that monitors all the waterways, okay? Then the The Chesterfield wastewater treatment plant, what was it? Just like last week, I pulled up the website, and it showed that the Chesterfield website or wastewater treatment plant was 929% above action level for E. coli. Now, most people are like, no big deal. Oh, it's a big deal. That means that poop's going into the White River. Nobody's notifying us that E. coli, coliform, or anything is going into the water. Our outdoor recreational areas are contaminated. We're not getting notified of it. And I just happen to live on the White River, down, is it upstream? Would that be upstream or downstream? Upstream? I don't know. I live within a certain mile radius of the Chesterfield wastewater treatment plant, and my husband got sick in June, right after the first flag for the Chesterfield above action levels hit. So
we live downriver from Chesterfield.
Okay.
It flows to us.
So it floats to us.
From
Okay?
Chesterfield.
Poop floats down hills. Poop floats through waters. That's where we're at. My husband got sick, and I've been kind of angry about it ever since because my whole summer's been ruined. I haven't been able to get out on the river. So basically, E. coli is in our environment, okay, whether we want it there or not. I hear people say, what do you say, dissolution is the solution?
Dilution.
Dilution.
That's what they say. Dilution is the solution
for some of the water contamination stuff, but the water's been down. So Aaron goes and gets in the White River. It's the only place that he went without me, and he got sick, I didn't. Our water also turned brown within the 48-hour window, so it could have been our water, like coming out of the tap. And they can blame that on all kinds of stuff. But point being is there's been some confusion about when we say E. coli is in the water, and some people are testing positive for E. coli or coliform from the tap water, okay? But we know from the EPA websites that the wastewater treatment plants all over Madison County are either non-compliant or in violation with high numbers of
contaminants.
I mean, like, has anybody else got a notification? Did you get a letter in the mail saying, hey, just want to let you know if you live on the river? Oh yeah, that's right. The rich people down there on the other side of town towards Edgewood and on out towards Perkinsville, they got letters. I didn't get a letter. Oh no, I don't think they want to communicate with me very much because Mr. Hodson already tried to steal my property because of the Mounds Reservoir project. It cost me $100,000 in damages, and I've been a disgruntled combat veteran ever since because it makes no sense how we're not protected. We're not protected. Well, it's enter at your own risk when you come out into the environment, you know? I mean, we get that. When you go out on the river, enter at your own risk. But when they're pumping things into the river or someone's contaminating the river, that's an issue, guys. That's a huge issue. So last week, I think it was, Aaron Brockovich responded to some of our stuff. She agrees there's an issue. Then a few days later, I think it was River Roots and Air, another contamination, water type contamination group that just popped up recently, had posted something on their website, Facebook group about algae bloom over by Ranney 4. So for those of you that possibly just turning back in, you want to come back around, I'm just going to give you another little clip, and then we're going to move. We're going to move locations and go over to like the actual water. But I don't think I'm going live with the other ones. I want you guys to see that is blue-green algae, okay, coming out of the side of Ranney Well number 5. That is on the National Priority List site, Superfund site, okay? This is not good. And we need to, we can't wait 4 years, okay? Oh, all right, let me put that on there before I turn this off. Okay, the other issue is, everybody's talking about, oh, we just got billions of dollars for the water infrastructure. Okay, but think about it, folks. Can you still see me? Okay. Think about it. Yeah, they're going to be fixing the infrastructure, and they're going to be going down Cross Street. That's what I've read, okay, some of that. The infrastructure is still going to go into the contaminated areas. It's going to still go through contaminated pipes. It's still going to run through this area to go to the Wheeler plant. Until they shut the Wheeler plant down permanently, the new pipes are still going to get connected into some of the old contamination. The contamination's not going to go away until somebody starts treating it, okay? Second, you put the water, we build a new water plant down on the south side of town. Okay, that's great. I'm so thankful that they're going to do that. But are they giving the water to Nestle? Are they putting that plant out there so they can pump more water to Nestle so they can steal our water and go sell it? Meanwhile, Nestle is also popping hot contamination for VOCs. So that's not good. You know, it's not good to contaminate our environment and then take our water and not even really want to give back to us. They should have to start helping us pay for some of the stuff. But anyway, even if they do the water, they build a water plant down there on the south side of town, it's not going to help our situation right now. It's not going to help get the algae out of the wells. It's not going to help get the algae blooms in White River and over by Killbuck wetlands. It's not going to help the problems that some people are seeing with the brown water from one side of town to the other. The brown water in, well, that's go to other cities. They all got their own little issues. But it's not going to help us right now. And EPA is not going to answer us. They're not going to be done with their process for another 2 to 4 years. So yes, right now, we need to be concerned about the water that we're drinking and what's in it. Not everybody might not be affected. I hear people saying all the time, hey, my water's never brown. Okay, that's fine. But the water can still test high for PFAS. And if you don't, well, it can be clear and still test high, but we got the PFAS information from Neil McKee, who is the head of the water department. So we're not making up some of our information that we're putting out.
And it may not be just drinking the tap water. You wash your dishes in the tap water. Maybe you cook with the tap water, brush your teeth, or bathe with tap water.
So, I mean, and it's going to affect everyone differently. But like I said, it might not be affecting some homes, but it is affecting other homes. Me and my husband can't afford the filtering systems right now because of the consumer injuries I got from my politician neighbor trying to steal my half acre over a Mount Dredgeable project, okay? Some other people here in town can't afford the bottled water. We can't afford it. We need this stuff fixed. If we're paying them out of the tax dollars for their monthly checks, they can at least come in here and send us a letter that says, hey, sorry, we have a problem. Can you guys start boiling your water? Or, hey guys, the river has E. coli in it. You might not want to get out there in a kayak. And you definitely don't want to build anchor parks like on the other side of the Anderson wastewater treatment plant that's in non-compliance, and it's also on the EPA website under a different name. So you can change the names of these places, but we're still going to figure it out, and we're still going to keep telling people stuff. We're still going to track it, and eventually we're going to get to sue a bunch of people, and I look forward to seeing the looks on some of the politicians' faces. Sorry, but we've asked nicely, and you know, this is where we're at. People are dying, and I'll end on this note. My mom died November 1st, 2024, from health complications that she picked up in the 1960s from groundwater contamination a half mile from the Wheeler Avenue water plant that was added to the same MPL site that this one, can you go back a little bit, so in case anybody hasn't seen that part yet, the same Broadway Grand Corridor, 95. So my family's been affected. So it's not when, it's not if. My life's already been affected. I don't have a mom anymore. And I was forced to watch her be sick a majority of my life because groundwater contamination. So I'm not trying to scare anyone. That's not my intent. Know that. I don't want to scare you, okay? God is good. Jesus is your Savior, or our Savior, even if, you know, we can argue that point all day long. But watch out, folks. You know, take cautions if you're going to be out in the river with the algae like it is. This bright green algae, anywhere you go to get in the river is not good. Anything like this is not good. in weird locations is not good. We got about 15 combined sewage outfalls on the White River from Chesterfield to the over there by Moss Island Road. Okay, so stay alert, stay alive, pay attention to your environment so you don't get sick, you don't let your children get sick, you don't have to watch your neighbors get sick. Just pay attention. That's all we're asking. And we hope to get Aaron Brockovich to Anderson one day, and everybody will be invited. And with that, I'm going to go take other footage in other locations, and then I will have it on the Heads Up YouTube channel and Chatter Network soon. So, alright, thank you so much for watching. Sorry I'm not a professional videographer. I just dabble in it a little bit, but that's what I got. Shalom. How do I turn it off?